Hello my darlings and welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you this look based on the fact that I have a purple mullet now. So I did cut color. Yeah, I have a video coming soon of me doing this to myself. So hit that subscribe, turn on the notifications so you will see that. But if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. All right, guys, let's get this started. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I just want to show you the nails. This is from Halloween last year. Kind of like smoky looking, and they have like they have crystals and moons, and I've got some moon earrings on with rhinestones and purple and orange, and got my bats on. I'm just really feeling myself right now, okay? I'm really liking the hair. I don't know when I'm going to post that video of me doing this, but you'll see this video probably before that. I still can't believe I gave myself a mullet, but yeah, gave myself a mullet. I'm going to quit rambling. Let's go ahead and get started. I've been itching to use the Baddie Bean. It's Freakin Bat's palette with her collaboration with Shroud. It is a beautiful palette, and I have yet to play with it. I figured that these colors would go perfectly with the whole vibe that I got going right now. And then I was going through my palettes and I saw my Pretty Poison palette. Now, this was my purple go-to palette. It's a mess right now, but I love this palette. And it has like this Intoxicated color right in the center that I think would be like perfect with my hair. I don't know. I also have a purple gel liner because again, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I also have from Melt Cosmetics, the purple is called Mariachi and it is Gorgina. Such a pretty color. And I was just like, I need to go all purple. And then I have a really old ColourPop mascara. It doesn't smell bad or anything, but it's just a purple mascara. I thought I'd put that on my bottom lashes like I did with the Valentine's look. I had like red lashes on the bottom and I don't know if anybody noticed that. Anyway, I am rambling today. I'm going to use some concealer today. This is the Too Faced Born This Way. I have used this all over my face as foundation before. I'm going to use it for concealer today. I don't know what foundation I'm going to use. The one I have the most of is my ABH Luminous. I also have 5 face primers that I don't know which one to use. So I'm kind of going through my stuff today, tossing some old stuff. I just don't know what I'm going to use today. I've been using the Benefit Professional, the Hydrate Primer. I've been using that. I might go in with my Tatcha. So a while back, I got 2 new sponges from Lunar Beauty. And I think I'm going to give one a try today since I've never even opened them. And my favorite one is for the Jeffree Star Morphe one, but look how tore up it is. And it's dirty too. I just don't even want to deal with it. It's soft. Okay, so I'm going to go get this wet and I will be back. And we'll get this started because I have talked so much. I haven't been filming. So, I'll tell you what I did so far. I've used the Tatcha primer. I'm using a new Lunar Beauty blending sponge, my ABH Luminous Foundation. What I was getting ready to say and realized when my screen went dark that I was no longer or not filming was that if you are someone who is just getting into makeup or isn't very skilled with makeup, or you ran across this video for some reason, just know I used to do these things too. And I think everybody used to do these things, which was put your concealer on before you put your foundation. Don't do that. You know why? You waste more concealer because look at that spot. It's pretty much almost covered. And that's just with my foundation. So I will be going in with concealer in certain areas. For the most part, my foundation covers everything that I want to cover. I am pretty okay with that coverage. The one thing about this foundation is not full coverage, but if you don't have a whole lot of imperfections that you want to cover, it's a great foundation. I think it's comfortable. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't shift, doesn't transfer, doesn't move around during the day. So I like that. I'm going to take a Pro Airbrush Detail Corrector number 57 from Sephora. If you can get your hands on this brush, I don't know if they still make it. I don't know. I don't work there anymore, so I don't know. First, clean it off on my color switch just to get any excess powder. And then I'm taking the Sephora Triple Action Cleansing Water. This is something I used to do at Sephora, putting it on a little bit of paper towel. And we're going to spot clean the brush. I really do miss working at Sephora. I think I miss my work fam more than anything. But anyway, I'm going to go in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Snow. Appropriate. And I'm just going to put it in certain areas. I don't use a whole lot of concealer. There's some areas where I feel like I need more concealed than others. I'm going to grab a little mirror because I need to be up close and personal with my face. You don't need a lot of that concealer at all either. But yeah, I miss working at Sephora. I miss doing makeup on people. I miss interacting. Don't get me wrong. Retail is the absolute fucking devil. But I don't know. I had my girls there, you know? I had my friends. I missed them. Since the pandemic, I've seen a couple of them a couple of times. And it's not for lack of wanting to. It's just everybody has their own life. Everybody has their own shit going on. I really wanted to brighten up this eyeball situation because your girl don't sleep. And I have not been sleeping very well lately at all. All right. I feel like this is an appropriate amount of concealer for me. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to bake. I'm going to use the other side of my sponge, which is still a little damp, but I'm just going to bake under my eye and in the spots where I put the concealer. All right, and then I'm just going to go in with the rest of my face. Even though I've had dry patches lately, your girl is oily. It's not as bad as it used to be pre-hysterectomy, but I'm not trying to get anything to move. Okay? Okay. Just really pressing it into a lot of the spots around my nose and under my eye where I put that concealer, because that's the first place it's gonna move. And then I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just kind of dust everything off. And I'm going to rebake under my eye. When I start to do my makeup. So don't be alarmed that there's a lot of powder. I'm gonna go ahead and set everything. I've been loving this again, my Morphe continuous setting mist. Been loving it again. And yes, I used a ton. I love this little fan too. My face feels really good. Like, it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel cakey. And I think that's on using this foundation, because I just don't feel anything on my face right now. Like, it feels great. All right. We're going to move on to the brows. And if you didn't see my TikTok brow tutorial, I will link that below. I love my Urban Decay brow blade. I love my NYX eyebrow powder. It's just how I do things. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows, and I will be back when it is time to work on the rest of the face. All right, guys, the brows are on. And again, if you want to see how I do my brows or how I did my brow, the TikTok is linked below. I probably will do an updated specific brow tutorial just for YouTube that's a lot longer and more in depth. But honestly, guys, I just go back and forth and try to make them match, because they're sisters, not twins. Even though I try to make them as close as possible, I do tend to arch this eyebrow whenever I'm talking or whenever I'm taking pictures or anything. in general, I arch this brow. Like it just automatically arches. So when I'm trying to do my brows, sometimes I have it arched, and sometimes I will do my brows while it's arched and not realize it, and then they don't match. Case in point, my last makeup tutorial. I'm not perfect. I'm a self-taught MUA. I've been doing makeup for a really long time. And yeah, I still make mistakes. So how are we liking the hair? How are we feeling about it? What do we think? I'm very happy with it, and I go through phases and I get bored and I'm just like, I am never dyeing my hair again. Bitch, you lying. Because you know you're going to get bored again. So if you hear me say, I'm done doing that, just don't listen to me because I'm lying. And more than likely, I'm going to do it again. So, here's that. I'm going to go in with my Shade and Light Contour Palette and warm up my face, all that fun stuff. Again, with the same little brush. Use whatever you like. All right, I'm gonna take my beauty blender. I'm gonna take that top shade and just get a bunch on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut out this area. I'm just gonna carve out my cheeks because I am a plus sized lady and I like to look like I have cheekbones because I don't have cheekbones. All right, and I'm also going to put this highlight right here. Okay, right here. Down my nose, right here in the middle of my forehead. I'm gonna darken this line up a little more. All right, just right there. I'm also gonna take what's left on here and kind of clean this up right here. I really liked this blush from ColourPop, which is the From the Moon. It is just the perfect kiss of pink. You don't need a whole lot. I loaded this up way too much, so I'm gonna tap that off and just, yeah. And since my husband said I look like a punk rock chick from the 80s, we're gonna embrace that. Okay, we're gonna go with it. Anyway, husband said I look like an 80s rocker. I'm like, yes, Gem in the holograms. Anyone, please? So yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Oof, that is a lot of blush. I'm gonna get it on my nose. Trust me, I'm gonna tone this down. Don't worry, gonna tone it down. A little bit on my chin. I look like a clown right now. Trust the process, guys. Trust the process, guys. Trust the process. I think I am gonna go in with my Celebration Foundation on my kabuki brush. I think this is a BH Cosmetics kabuki brush that I've had literally again for eons. It used to be pink. It's stained. I'm gonna go over my blush and blend the shit out of it. Finally gonna go in with my It's Freakin Bats palette. But first things first, I'm the realist. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Bake Under the Eye just to catch any fallout whatsoever. I don't know what I'm doing. Story of my life. I don't know what I'm doing. I do not know what look I'm doing. First thing, I'm going to go in with the shade Nightshade. You can't get this palette anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I will try to find some dupes for the shades that I use in this palette because it's such a pretty palette and I really hate that it's no longer. So right now I'm just taking this and I'm tapping it. I'm gonna use the mirror on here because I need to see up close. I'm just tapping it in my crease in the outer third. And I'm gonna blend that all across. I'm gonna exaggerate the outer corner. And I'm gonna take this pretty high up and just go all in my crease, all up in it. Again, bringing this up pretty high. I have a lot of space between where my crease is, my lid is, and where my eyebrows are. So let's play with all that space. Next, I think I'm gonna go in, same palette, guys. I'm sorry, same palette. Take a fluffy brush, which I'm using the Morphe M535, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Pierced Heart, which is kind of like a pinky purple. And that is what I'm going to buff all along the edge and up to my brow, pretty much to almost to my brow. At the very, very, very top near my eyebrow, I'm just gonna take like a little flat brush like this one from, this is a Sephora Pro Smudge. And I'm gonna go in again with the same palette. I'm gonna go in with the shade Ensnared, which is this one right here. I'm almost gonna carve out my brow with this one, but it's gonna go right as my brow highlight. Do you see? Do you see it? Do you see? Do you see it? Do you see? Do you see what I see? I'm gonna go in with the shade Spooky, which is from the Batty Bean palette. It's Freakin' Bats. And I'm taking the Pro Airbrush Crease 31 brush from Sephora. And I am gonna take that in my crease. And see, mixing with that purple, just, it's such a pretty shade. I don't know if this palette is back in stock or sold out again. Definitely check out Shroud Cosmetics. Check out Batty Bean's channel. I'll link to all of the products below that I use. So my dogs are running around like crazy outside. I'm gonna go check on them. I'm gonna work on getting that spooky color into the crease how I want it. And I will be back when we go on to the next step. Okay, but I'm really loving this fade I got going on. And this is the look so far. We're gonna go ahead and cut this crease. I'm gonna use my Morphe M421 for that. I'm gonna put some of the ABH Eye Primer because this is my favorite thing to cut my crease with. Let's see. What do I want to start working with? But you know what? Purple and green look really good together. So I may bust into Trapa and Handbook. Oh, bitch, Handbook. Go with the color Trapa. Please leave in the comments if you know exactly what that is. And I'm going to take this on the inner corner, the inner third. And I'm just going to tap that down on top of the eye primer. I'm just going to tap it in the inner third. All right. And then I'm also going to take it and I'm going to go in the outer third, leaving the center alone. Once you have the inner and outer We're going to go in the center with Handbook. And you can use it on a flat brush, which I think I'm going to do that. But really and truly, you should do it with your finger. But I have these claws on, okay? I don't really want to poke myself, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. You guys, Handbook, oh my God. Handbook is everything. Okay, so I'm just kind of going over Trapa a little bit from the center. I think I need to grab another palette with a green transition shade. So let me grab that and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I grabbed my Melt Vida palette. I really want the Muerte palette. And I unfortunately wasn't able to get that one. It was sold out before I got this one. I'm thinking that these two shades right here, which are Papel, Picado and Amor, Eterno. Those two shades right there, I'm thinking are going to go on the outside just to kind of blend in with that green. It's quite subtle, but I actually can see it. I'm gonna go back in with Handbook on a flat brush. I'm also gonna take an angled brush like this. This is, I think, from Elf. I forget. I'm gonna go back in with that spooky shade and right at the line. Right at the line of where my cut crease starts. Sorry, I can't talk and do this at the same time. I want to really, really get that color in there. I am carefully blending that out, but I still want it to be kind of sharp right there. I'm gonna go ahead and do this other eye off camera and then I'll be back to finish the look. Okay guys, here is the look so far. I'm still working on it. My eyes are watering. It is what it is, unfortunately. If you hear little tippy taps, my dogs my needy dog, the dog that is our second pandemic puppy, she's very, very needy. And she does not like to be by herself. So anyway, if you hear, sir, what are you doing? I got my monster. This is my Baba boy. Yeah, he's in here too. You don't do makeup. You don't do makeup. You won't let me put makeup on. You have permanent eyeliner. You need pretty eyeliner. Look, where's that dog? Anyway, all I've been doing is just cleaning it up. Extending out the blue line, extending out the green line. I did go underneath my eyes with the Intoxicated shade from the Pretty Poison palette. I'm gonna go back in with that Nightshade color and I'm just gonna go like under the green and underneath that Intoxicated shade that I put on there. I think I'm going to go back in and darken underneath the eye a little bit more with Intoxicated, maybe some spooky, and put my liner, lashes, and mascara, come back and finish the face. All right, guys, I'm back with the finished look. I need to go ahead and spray my face one more time. These dogs are getting very impatient with me for dinner, so I need to go feed them, but we're going to do one last little thing because I need to, hello, I know you need dinner. Can I put my highlight on? I like to put on a little more highlighter. I'm using the Alchemist Holographic palette in the shade Amethyst in the center. Just want to put a little bit more highlight after I've sprayed my face. My eyes keep watering. You can't really tell, well, maybe a little bit. Outer corners on each side are basically ruined, but this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this today. yeah, let me know what you think of the look, the hair, the whole 9 in the comments below. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Mwah. I gotta go feed these dogs. Bye.